Welcome back, part 22 of the Blender character modeling tutorial series for beginners in the style of anime. We're going to jump right back in and pick up where we left off. So we're going to build a hand today, and to do that, we can kick over into front view with numpad 1. I'm going to go into wireframe mode, and with face select all of these, okay? Now the hand, kind of just like we did the head, as a separate thing, we're going to do the hand as a separate thing, and then bring back the rest of the hand. Let me make sure. So I got screencast keys on. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to hit P to separate my selection. Okay, and now you can see over here, I got two selections. So if I go here, okay, let's call this hand. And let's call this body, where it just says cube. Let's body, okay? So now we got the hand here. Let's just hide that. Very easy. Right there. Okay, see? That's all we're doing. Now we come in here, and let's go to object mode. Our selection. All right. So what we want to do, this is essentially the rest. Now, okay, you know what I want to do? I want to use a reference image to base our hand off of. And Daniel Kreuter, who is a wonderful artist, we've referenced Daniel before, drew a beautiful hand in the style of what we're going for, just a small, delicate hand, and released that for all to use on his channel. There's going to be a link to that in this particular video's description, so you can use that, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to add an image with Shift A, and then we're going to come in. You guys know how to add background images. Okay, so now we need to set this up. Okay, so we need to align our hand here. You can see over here the transform's kind of nuts. The rotation's a little off as well. Let's go 0, 0, 0 and see what happens. Okay, that's cool. We want to click into top view. Nope. X out of that. In object mode, I want to click numpad 7 to go into top view. And we're going to rotate this 90 degrees like that. Bring this over and scale it down, okay? So we can zoom in, and this is, you know, so here's our wrist. Right here. And we can, this is our wrist right here, and then this can be the hand that we're going to build. Maybe scale it down a little bit more. Something like, yeah, something like that. Okay. Great. And then, so we have empty one, so we'll call this reference image hand 1, and we will put this into our reference image collection. And then we want to duplicate this with Shift D, rotate 90 degrees on the X like that, and then if we kick into front view with numpad 1, we should, yeah, okay, so here we go. Let's grab this. No, not that. Let's grab this, move it up here, and this will be our hand. What about that? Okay, and now let's start to, well, let's move this out of the way a little bit. So let's grab that along the y-axis. Okay, so we can see it in front view, but it's not in our way. And then we go numpad 7. We can see this here. Is this going to be in our way? Yeah, let's move this down a little bit. So let's grab it along the z-axis. Okay? Excellent. So what I want to do now is select our wrist and kick over into edit mode, and then I want to edge select the edge of the wrist. Okay? And then what we might need to do, you know what? Let's go on a side view. Let's just to make things easier on us, let's kind of straighten this up. And when I say make this easier on us, let's smooth it out a little bit. I mean, when it comes time to extrude extrude our fingers, right? If it's at an angle, then our fingers are going to shoot out this way, and they don't really need to. Okay. All right, and let's also null this. Okay, so let's select this edge loop, kick over into front view, and extrude this out to about here, okay? And we can lock it on the x-axis if we want to. Don't have to, but you can. Then let's scale it along the y-axis and just kind of make it broad, right? Let's grab it along the y-axis, kind of bring it in. We can kick over into bird's eye view, come down here and just grab this in. You know, we're using this as a reference. We might need to make these a little bit bigger just to kind of, so I'm gonna kick over into edit mode, select our reference image, scale it up just a little bit. Okay, bring this in, we'll call it there, and then same thing in front view. Scale that. That's already pretty large. That's okay right now. It might be a little wonky. That's fine. It's just a reference. Okay. So, and then let's Alt select. Excuse me. We're in object mode. Tab into edit mode. Alt select the edge loop, and then scale along the z-axis to kind of press it in like that. Okay. And then let's bring it down along the z-axis as well. So it's, you know, about there. Okay. And then we can go here. Maybe pull this up like that. And 7. Bring that. I'm okay with it. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Let's bring it down a little bit. Let's go on. There we go. Like that. So then let's tab and bring our reference image down like that. Okay. Tab back into edit mode. Alt click and then scale on the Y a little bit just to kind of curb that. Okay. Now we're going to bridge these. Okay, so we want to go. So check this out. So we're going to go 1 shift click face, 1 shift click face, 1 shift click face, 1 shift click face. Okay, you with me? And then let's go Control R to make a loop cut around it, and then escape out of that. Let's see what this looks like in solid mode. 3, all right, not bad. Let's just straighten these out a little bit. This and this will rotate like that. This and this will rotate like that. Maybe bring those out there. this and this, and this just makes it a little easier on us when it comes time to extrude the fingers. Like that a little bit. Bring that in here. Rotate that and bring that in like that. Okay. Let's check our reference. This can be widened up. Great. Let's kick into wireframe mode. Scale that along the y-axis. Cool. All right, right at the, it's like right at the knuckles. And then let's kick into front view. Not bad, great. And then we kick into side view with 3. And we've got 4 spaces for our fingers to be made. Okay, we got 4 fingers shoot out the hand, and then there's a thumb digit that shoots out the side. So that's essentially how the claw of the hand works. So let's save our work with Control S. Now let's create the webbing that exists in between the fingers. Okay, so I'm with edge loop selected. We'll go 1, 2, and we're just going to bevel in. Okay. And we've beveled a bunch before. You can click bevel right here. We're going to go like this. Okay, now the segments, there's only 1 segment right here, and we actually want 2. So this is super important. Segments 1, we want to go segment 2. Okay, you see how that added right there? Watch, I'll do it again. Here, let me get out of wireframe mode so it might be a little easier to see. With edge selected, we'll do it again right here. 1, shift click 2, and then we're going to bevel a little bit to create the webbing of our fingers. Segments right here. This might be collapsed on your screen. If that's the case, just come down here, open it up, find segments, and click 2. And you should see the edge, the face gets split in 2. So now where there was 1 face, there's 2. Okay? And then same thing, 1, 2. We're going to bevel out. I'm using the tool. You can very easily just hit Control B and drag. That's fine. 2 segments, 2. Okay, great. Okay, now what we've done is if you look up here, we've created triangles up here and down here. And what do we hate? What do we hate? We've talked about this before. If there's one thing we hate, it's French poetry. If there's 2 things we hate, it's triangles, okay? We really want polygons in here. We want quads. So we're going to select 1, shift select 2, shift select 3, wrap over your model. Ready? Shift click 4, shift click 5, shift click 6, and then right click, dissolve edges, dissolve these sons of guns. Just like that, okay? And now we have preserved the quads. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's technically, I know it looks like a triangle, but there's actually 4. Look, if you click over into vertex mode, you can see that 4th vertex pop up right there. Okay, now we actually have to create, well, we have to do something we haven't done yet. We're going to use the knife tool. Okay, it's really it's just another tool in your belt. Okay, and we're going to cut along these lines all along our model to create this kind of edge loop here, but we want it along the bottom vertex of our triangles. Okay, hey, you can do it. It's new. That's fine. No big deal. Doesn't need to be scary. It can be if you let it. You can click knife, or you can see the shortcut right here, shift spacebar or K. There's 3 different ways to use the knife. Okay, so I'm going to select knife tool down here, and watch, I'm going to just click that vertex, and you can see I'm not holding my mouse. I'm just dragging. I'm clicking and dragging. Now I click and drag, and with my middle mouse button, this is why middle mouse button is super important. I'm kind of moving around, and I let it go, and it doesn't select. And then I'm going to click here and make another cut, and just drag and click here, make another cut, click here, make another cut. Middle mouse button, move around my model, let go of the middle mouse button, and again, all I'm doing is moving the mouse here. I'm not clicking yet. It's just, this is just Blender's, this is just Blender being awesome, okay? And then select this vertex here, click, drag, click, cut, drag, middle mouse to move around my model, click, cut, drag, middle mouse to continue moving around my model. You're doing great, you guys. Click, cut, drag, click, cut, middle mouse, keep rotating, you're almost there, click, cut, rotate with that. This, you know, we talked in the beginning about why you need that middle mouse button, and this is just another reason why. I don't know how you would do this if you're on a laptop and didn't have a 3-button mouse. And if you don't have a 3-button mouse, man, I'm sorry that I can't help you. Also, please get one. Like, it's I think the cheapest one is like something like $5, but at the very first video, I talk about the importance of needing a 3-button mouse and linking to just the cheapest 3-button mouse that I can find. So go back to that first video, and it's worth the investment. Okay, so let's keep going. Click, cut, keep moving, and you're exactly back to where you started. Look at you. Click, lock it in, enter, boom. Look at that. Look what you just did. So you just created an edge loop that connects around your geometry at the vertices using the knife tool. Control, save your work. Great job, you guys. You did so good right there. I'm so proud of you. Well done. Man, well done. You know what? Let's select all right here, because sometimes you can create additional vertices where you might not want them. And just in case it happens, let's merge our vertices by distance. So we're going to hit merge, M. You can also right click, but I hit M because M is a hotkey. And then I'm going to merge my vertices by distance. Okay. And see, it says removed 0 vertices right here. That's cool. I'm going to put it up a tiny little bit to 0.01, and now it removed 30. All our geometry just went away. Obviously, that's not what we wanted, so we're going to Control Z. All right. But it was more just in case there were any vertices near each other that didn't need to be. That's kind of what that's what merge vertices does. Okay, so we have built out the palm of the hand. Still got the fingers to go, still got the thumb to go, but you guys, you're doing great so far. Where everything, proper geometry is still running, and we got to use a new tool today, knife cut tool. Okay, before we do anything else, looking sharp right there. Sharp. Looking sharp right there. I don't mind any of this, you guys. Not too shabby. Okay, and then I still have my knife tool selected. So let's come up here to select box, and let's add a little more geometry. Okay, I'm gonna add a couple of loop cuts. I'm gonna add a loop cut here, but I'm gonna bring it up like this to be around that, the top knuckles of the palm. And then let's add, mea culpa, not Control E. No, I'll do Control R. I'm gonna add 2 more and bring them down here at the base. Okay. And you know what we can do right here? Here's what we're gonna do. Because we're gonna have to build out some custom tailored geometry for the thumb, and I don't want to do that here. Yeah, let's go Alt click and just delete these faces. Okay, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You're okay. Trust me. And In the next video, we will build out the fingers, and then we'll build out the digits of the hands. The sideways digit, that little, the extendable, the opposable thumb, and all the fingers in the next video. So get up. I'm gonna get some green tea, y'all. Get some antioxidants, and we'll go from there. So you're doing well. You're doing great. Congrats on using a new tool, knife cut tool. You did great. You did so good, you guys. See you in a bit.